I mean, good Lord. He's got Andy Reid teams always start fast. He's got a ton of gadgets. He's played in like 77-degree weather. Guy hasn't seen a hailstorm yet, which Kansas City has about 40 a year. Can't we slow down a little on Patrick Mahomes?
It's a great criticism because so many of the quarterbacks in the league this year have been dealing with the blizzards that have hit the country through the month of September. With respect, the hell you talking about, Cowherd? Like, what we know is this. There's one criticism about Patrick Mahomes that's valid right now. He hasn't done it long enough, and that's only because they haven't played more games yet. Oh, defenses are going to catch up to him. Catch up to what? His perfectly timed, high-velocity, pinpoint accurate throws, they're going to catch up to that? Like, people don't want to get ahead of themselves, but sometimes in an attempt not to get ahead of yourself, you trip going backwards over yourself. Let's be honest about what we're seeing. This kid's a star. He's a superstar. The way he plays is transferable across weather, across city, across scheme, across system. Does that mean the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl? Of course not. I didn't only work in Kansas City. I'm from Kansas City. I've seen 13-3 turn into a home playoff loss 4 times in my lifetime. They've only won 1 playoff game since Joe Montana was there. They will find a way to break Kansas City's heart once again, I'm sure. But they have a franchise quarterback. He's a superstar. And the idea that he's going to be given too much too soon because Bill Polian called him Dan Marino, that's an epic Cowherd take, but it's insanity.
Okay. Well, I have a right to be insane. Okay. So you ever go to, I want to ask you a question. You ever go, you're in New York now. I go to a grocery store every day because I call them freshness centers. I love going to grocery stores. So you ever go to a grocery store and you're about to check out and you look over and there's a National Enquirer and it says, rumors of Jennifer Aniston divorce. And you're like, well, that's weird. She just got married. And then 4 months later, she gets divorced. I've seen that 30 times, right? Jennifer Aniston, she can't get along with somebody. So, and it's always true, because where there's smoke, there's fire. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh, National Enquirer. Everybody else is denying it. She's denying it. Well, Aaron Rodgers is the Jennifer Aniston of pro sports. Once again, he's in a relationship. Brother criticized him, dad, teammates. Now it's Mike McCarthy. This is about the 7th time I've heard about a Mike McCarthy-Aaron Rodgers feud. And like Jennifer Aniston, he can deny it, but good Lord, after the 30th time I hear something, I think it's true. Can we just admit this? Jennifer Aniston and Aaron Rodgers, they're difficult to get along with long term. Is that unrealistic to say?
Well, what I think is most important to say is for all my friends in the blogosphere out there, here's your headline. Colin Cowherd believes Bat Boy exists because I've seen him on the cover National Enquirer since I was 5 years old. But to your more important point on Aaron Rodgers, he might be a little prickly at times. But I don't really care about Mike McCarthy's feelings. Mike McCarthy, in my eyes, is little more than... is valet for Aaron Rodgers too harsh? Like, Mike McCarthy is a replacement-level NFL coach. Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback in the history of the league. Aaron Rodgers has been sounding the alarms about these receivers for 2 months. We remember the little press conference in front of his locker during practice in the preseason when he said, the young guys aren't ready. And look, 3 teams in the league have at least 4 wide receivers with multiple drops. Browns, Raiders, and those guys. Aaron Rodgers also knows this. If they are going to get back to a Super Bowl, which would, of course, just be his 2nd Super Bowl appearance, they're going to have to score about 30 a game in the postseason, and they're yet to score 30 in a single game this regular season. Yeah. So he's frustrated. He's rightfully frustrated. But I also don't think he and McCarthy have to get along great for it to work.
All right, I want to shift to this. Every year at this time, there's the NBA GM survey. And as I said earlier, most people don't like conflict in life. They don't. They don't like to argue with people. You and I are considered highly outspoken, but people come up to us on the street or at a restaurant or a bar or at a car wash, and they say nice things to us because people don't want to be confrontational. So when the NBA GM survey comes out, you can be honest because you're anonymous. It's like social media. You can hide behind it. Well, what do you know? Everybody says they love Durant, but LeBron won 8 categories, and Durant won one. LeBron got second place in power forward. He doesn't even play the position. And it was like, this is the real gap between LeBron and KD. And when you ask GMs anonymously, they acknowledge it ain't close. I looked at this and laughed. I thought you were the first person I thought of with this. What was your reaction?
Yeah, I mean, this is the most honest distillation of who LeBron James is. Who's the best leader in the league, according to the guys putting together teams? LeBron. Who's the best passer in the league? Oh, it's LeBron. Who is the best small forward? LeBron. Who's the second best power forward? Oh, the same guy, LeBron. Who would I want to start my team with? He finished fourth in year 16, which is insanity. The league decided I would rather have LeBron than anyone taken in the last 5 drafts, even though I would get them for an extra decade. Like, the gap between him and the second best player is as big as the gap has ever been. And people act like that's an indictment on Durant. It is not. Durant is going to finish his career as one of the 15 greatest basketball players ever. Kevin Durant is going to finish his career as one of the 5 best pure scorers ever. Unfortunately for him, there is still, aside from range shooting, not a single thing in the world on the basketball court he does better than LeBron. We know LeBron's a better passer. We know LeBron's a more versatile defender. We know LeBron's a better rebounder, a better leader, more of a clutch player according to any advanced metric or just raw number of playoff game winners. And we also know that actually, when you need a bucket, LeBron's the best guy in the league to get it. Now, in this survey, it said take the final shot. Durant's a better shooter, but when it comes to getting a final bucket, we know who the best in the world is, and the guys putting together teams know who the best in the world is.
By the way, you have to acknowledge this. Twitter's not real life. Chris Paul's one of my favorite players in the NBA, and he's not likable. And he's tough on teammates. But 27% of GMs, and everybody hates him, right, said almost a third of the GMs are like, yeah, Chris Paul's the best leader. Westbrook, who everybody loves on social media, did not get a vote for best leader. What would you like to say for yourself?
Okay, I heard you say this earlier, and you were talking about, oh, he's the fastest with the ball. Who does that matter to? Oh, I don't know. The guys guarding him, it would seem to matter to. So I've never heard the take that, you know what's overrated in sports? Speed. I want slow guys with the ball. That's how I win games. Listen, I thought you and I, the audience doesn't know this, I flew out to your palatial estate in Manhattan Beach. I brought your friends. We had a Russell Westbrook intervention. We were considering an Aaron Rodgers intervention, and I said, no, this is the more crucial cause. I thought we'd pulled you away from this one. We evidently have not. Listen, Russ is not a perfect basketball player. Paul George wants to play with him. They're going to be one of the 5 best teams in the West this year. And my gosh, Colin, at the end of the day, look at these highlights. He's fun to watch.
No.
Your life will be markedly better if you just embrace Russell Westbrook. Instead, we're pulling up who the best passer is. I mean, you're the best leader. It's just unfair. And really, it's unfortunate.
His name is Nick Wright. First things first, co-host. I love him. Great talking to you, buddy. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.